Alright people, how are you? So I thought I'd do a quick little video here and show you how I ported that 75mm throttle body opening out to 90mm. My hands are kind of stuck at the bottom of the frame. I'm going to push in post, ouch, because this hand is in a sling right now, so it can only move so far. So anyway, before we get out in the garage, I wanted to show you the trick that I did. And by the way, I'm shooting this part after the surgery and the other part before, so if you're confused, that's how we're playing with time. That's, I guess, the drugs talking, but whatever, they're good. So anyway, so before we get out there, I wanted to let you know what I found that actually worked best for porting the actual throttle body in case you're looking to doing something similar. So I have all kinds of porting stuff. I've got burrs, I've got cartridges, I've got sanding rolls, I've got, carbide, high-speed steel, aluma cut, steel cut, all kinds of stuff out there. So I had the opportunity to try a whole bunch of different things, and this is what actually worked the best, doing it on the car. Now, I would not recommend doing it on the car, even though I stuffed the upper full of paper towels and did my best to keep it clean and clean it out and everything else. Still, no matter what happened, when I stuck my hand up in there, I could still actually feel some grit, which, getting lazy in my old age, I suppose. I used to be much more OCD about these kinds of things, but I got it cleaned out pretty well. I didn't have to take it apart, and of course time was not my friend. But anyway, so this is what worked the best. A little more than a carbide burr, but instead of putting it in a die grinder, I ran it in a drill. The die grinder is just too fast for this sort of thing, and it was kind of unwieldy. And of course I did try a cordless drill, but an 18-volt Makita, but still not quite the same as the plug-in DeWalt. So that's what I used mostly, but this is the kind of burr that we're talking about here. So again, I'll zoom in post, but you can still see bits of aluminum on there. Actually, I didn't even clean this out. There's some aluminum welded to the cutting points. I don't know if you can make that out. But the white stuff in here is the sort of secret sauce, and this is the big hot tip. It's Dove soap. So keep a bar of this in the garage. All you do is you kind of, just run the burr. Let's get this thing out of the way. Just run the burr on the soap before you go into the aluminum, and it keeps the aluminum from welding. Well, worse than this anyway. I was getting a little sloppy towards the end from welding to the burr itself. And then it's real easy to take off. You can just heat this up and wipe it off, because soap basically effectively melts. So anyway, so that's the hot ticket, and you saw this in the last video too, by the way. That's a bus bar for using the 2 sets of batteries. So there's a lot still to come. I'm going to try to keep up with this as much as possible, especially since this recovery process is going to take several weeks. They say up to 6 weeks, and just to be out of the sling, and 9 months till I'm up to full strength. So it is what it is, but I don't think once we're out of the sling, I think we're going to be good to go. I'm just going to have to take it a little bit easy, so that's not that big of a deal. So anyway, so let's go take a look in the garage. All right, so here we are. We're taking the impact wrench out and going around all the different T-bolt clamps, taking that part off, checking things out, seeing what else needs to be done. The biggest concern I had here actually was, is the 90mm, and hi Simon, is the 90mm throttle body actually going to clear those shiny sheet metal valve covers I bought? By the way, that was the big leak. I've mentioned this a few times now, but it was not a rear main seal, it was the valve covers. And so I've been using these crappy Explorer valve covers just for clearance purposes with the Whipple. You can tell how short they are. They're like literally just barely tall enough. But now that we're going to be putting that evac pump on and everything else, I thought, hey, now is a good time to do the valve covers as well. I haven't taken the valve covers off in, well, definitely over a year, maybe like 2 or 3 years. I don't remember exactly. But, I wanted to go ahead and take a look. Let's look at the rockers. Nothing really worthy of note. Those rocker arms have got to be 20, 25 years old. I've had those things. That was like one of the first performance parts I bought. Actually, that I believe is the second set. The first ones were pedestal mount. These are stud mount. So there's a 75mm throttle body adapter. I'm going to use that to mount the throttle cable, as well as a porting substrate or spacer, because this 90mm throttle body that you see right there, that thing is massive and it's not going to clear top to bottom. But here's the great thing. So check that out. So we actually do have adequate clearance there. That was pretty awesome. All right, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little comparison here of the difference between the 75mm throttle body and the 90mm throttle body. So this is, the spacer is actually cut for 75, and I ported that out to 90. It's actually about 84 top to bottom because of that EGR passage, which is blocked off anyway, so it really doesn't function. But I figured, you know, with the shape of the plenum anyway, if you can see how the air has to go up, it's not really going to make much difference. And besides which, that's actually in line with the throttle shaft. So I figured, you know what, it is what it is. It's the throttle body we got. But that is an idea of the difference. So this should no longer be a restriction. I am expecting a little bit of a gain from this. Hopefully so, because it made one heck of a mess. I took the lazy way out and didn't take the upper off, so I covered everything as best as I could and poured it away. There you go. All right, so here it is after surgery. Not quite a week after surgery. How do I know? Because I don't know why I did that. All right, so there it is. We have shiny aluminum parts. Everything's happy and good. All right, let's go take a look. Let's look in the hole. Are you too good for the hole? Open the hole. And that's my child. Opening the hole. Open the hole. There you go. Look at that hole. That's a big hole. That's a 90mm hole. Shiny hole. All right, we're slowly cleaning this thing up. That's it. Wanted to give you guys a quick look. See, I still have the TPS sensor. Obviously, is not properly wired yet. I've been using the wrong one actually for like forever. So I figured this was a good opportunity to fix that up. You know, still got to put the breather stuff, the PCV stuff on the valve covers. I'll probably get those powder coated as well. But you know, time to make things a little pretty. Might as well, if we're gonna go fast. Going fast is looking good. And with the crippled hand, subscribe. Thank you.